You have certain expectations. At times, you know what to expect. At other times, you have no idea what might be waiting for you. Mr. Toastmaster of the day, Area Governor, distinguished Toastmasters, fellow Toastmasters, and our welcome guest. You came in here this morning expecting to have a meeting, to see folks, to sit in chairs, enlighten, feel comfortable. But did you know that the minute you walked into this building, you were subjected to forces that you're not aware of, forces that are actually acting on you? Now, before I get to that, as you walk into this room and you walk on this carpet, by law, this carpet has to be protected by having fire retardant. So if there's a fire, it doesn't just catch on fire and burn out of control. Fire retardant. Some of the chemicals in this carpet is very toxic for you. You walk in here, and there's a flow of electric current. There's electromagnetic radiation emitting from the lights, from the wall sockets. Anywhere that the electricity flows, you have this electromagnetic radiation. I have a little tool here. This little tool is able to measure some electromagnetic radiation. So I'm going to demonstrate how it works. I turn it on. I'm going to stick it in. There's electrical current running through a wire in here. This is the hot side. That's the. Oh, that's not the hot side. So there was no contact with the electric wire. There's a magnetic field generated by the electric current that this instrument measures. So what's the big deal? The big deal is that electromagnetic radiation can be very dangerous. So some guy says electromagnetic radiation can have no effect on your body, says another set of guys. So I'm going to present to you some information and ask you not to be scientific, because you're not scientists, not to be logical, well, to agree, but you're not masters of logics. But what we do have, and I hope that we can use that this morning, is common sense. Okay? So, first I'm going to present one side, then I'm going to present the other side. According to the scientist that supports the idea that electromagnetic radiation has no effect on your body, here's what they say. The protons necessary for cellular disruption, it's the energy necessary for cellular disruption affecting your DNA, is not strong enough to damage the human cell. And they have a logical conclusion to that statement. On the other hand, there's another group of people that says, look, electromagnetic radiation can and will damage human cells. It can even be carcinogenic, resulting in cancer. So here we are, simple folks we don't understand physics, and we don't understand the way protons operate and all this thing. What are we supposed to believe? So let's look at some sources of EMF that we use daily. For instance, a microwave. Anybody knows how the microwave works? Great. There is a unit, I think it's called a megatron, that emits this radio wave. Now, there's really two types of wave that we deal with. There's what you call ionized radio wave and non-ionized radio wave. Ionized radio wave has very small frequency, while non-ionized, the frequency is pretty large, up to a meter, and that's one of the reasons they say it doesn't affect you. But let's reason this out. So you go to your microwave, and you put some food in there, some chicken or whatever it is that you want to do, put some water in there. And what happens is that this wave vibrates the water molecule in the food at a certain frequency and causes it to vibrate, creating friction. This friction in turn cook your food. And you can regulate it because you have a little button on the outside that you can press to give you a higher frequency, lower frequency, high heat. And then the duration of time also contributes to the cooking of the food. Now they tell you, I'm sure you guys read the books that you get with your equipment, right? Yes? Okay. Hopefully you read the book, and it tells you never stand before the microwave. There's a reason. Although they try to design this tool so that the radiation doesn't leak out, it's possible. Actually, over time. Did you know that your microwave has a life expectancy? After which you need to take it, throw it outside, and this is the throwaway society. Everything gets thrown away. And you go get another one. But who takes a look at that kind of stuff? We don't. So they tell you not to stand before this thing because you could get radiation damage. So we don't want to do that. The next thing is our cell phone. This is the big one. I'm sure you guys read the book where it tells you never have the cell phone against your body. Yes? No? Mm-hmm. There's danger lurking behind every door. It tells you that. There's a reason. Because the guys who say that radiation is dangerous is going to tell you that that radiation is able to penetrate into your cell and cause problems. See, you know the microwave boils your food, it heats it up, So, if you're not in the microwave, does it do the same thing? Of course it's going to do the same thing. If you have the cell phone next to your head, it's going to have some kind of an effect on you. So, here's what you need to do. Here's what I do. I use the cell phone on speaker all the time. I never charge the cell phone in my bedroom. Actually, there's no TV in my bedroom. There's no electronic device in my bedroom whatsoever, except for a lamp. I try to turn it off every night. There's a station where I charge my phone in the living room. My wife charges her phone there in the living room also, so we can stay away from this radiation. But here's the thing. Everywhere you go, there's a connection between your cell phone and cellular tower. It's radiation everywhere. How do you avoid this thing? Well, you cannot avoid it entirely, but you can take some precaution. Because like entering into the room, you have some expectation. you can now have some expectation when you go to use your cell phone. Number one, you're aware that it can create a problem. Number two, what can you do to avoid the effect on your body? Keep it in your bag, never put it on your body, use it wisely, and hopefully we won't have a problem in 10, 15, 20 years down the line where this device that we need so much, used so regularly,